Have you successfully lodged your papers?
Well, you can see that I came with my colleagues, Advocate Mpofu, our head of the legal team, and our brother, Honorable Tendai Biti, also an advocate, but who's also going to play a very pivotal role in this big march to a new Zimbabwe. We are so excited that the new Zimbabwe is loading. There's no way Zimbabwe is going to remain the way it is. Change is in the air. The change season is upon us. This is the time. Victory is certain. Victory is obvious. And of course, it's all victory allows. We've managed to file our papers. We have concerns around certain of the issues, particularly the issue of the voters' law. But it's an issue that we hope is going to be resolved. Once the candidates have been nominated, the next hurdle is the issue of the voters' law and the issue of making sure that all those who registered and participated in 2018 or post 2018 as registered voters, their names have to be reflected. The information we have so far is that most of the names are missing, and we want to understand why, and that issue has to be rectified. But we are otherwise, so far, so good. We understand that the candidates are still registering. I'm not so sure if Mr. Mnangagwa has come.
Yes.
He's a courageous man. I don't know why he's willing to even have the courage to stand in this election, because he has no reason to be in the election. Distance must teach him that he must just hand over to the next government.
Are you happy with the conditions so far of the election period?
Well, conditions, we still have problems, particularly in the countryside, around command politics, command voting. The abuse of our traditional leaders is a big issue. And of course, terrorizing individuals, supporters, and those of our members who are in the countryside doing a lot of our campaign work. So yes, we have challenges. We also have Job Scholar, our own member of parliament, who is incarcerated, and other political leaders who are behind bars. That tells you that the environment itself is something that is a cause for concern. But look, the greater the challenges, the greater our dimension of courage, boldness, and fortitude to make sure that we win. And indeed, we win this election in particular. And what we want is a big win. Nothing short of a big win.
What will you offer the electorate? What are you saying to the electorate?
Well, the electorate is waiting for dignity, restoration of decency for everyone. I am a leader. I am a president for everyone. And I'm saying to Zimbabweans, you have been marginalized. You have been left behind. But here is a leader who is coming for you. Jobs for everyone, dignity for everyone, prosperity for everyone, and of course, happiness for everyone.
How is the process so far as far as other constituencies are concerned?
Well, we've received reports. It started slow. We had problems administratively. ZEC were telling us the challenges with some of our signatories because they had not received from their headquarters. But we hope that it will be resolved. Of course, we had our team yesterday. They had their car impounded and our papers almost withheld. But we've sorted that one out. So we are going to assess the situation and give a comprehensive report after the end of the day.
Have you experienced any issues with double candidates?
Well, we don't have any double candidate except for certain individuals in Mashingo who stole some papers yesterday and forged signatures. So it's not a case of double candidates, but fraud and some fraudulent activity. So it's a criminal thing that has been reported to the police. We don't foresee any problem of double candidates because we only have two signatures and they cannot have double candidates. So that is not a problem that we are anticipating. We have filled and filed all the vacancies in the constituencies and hopefully all the rural district councils, assuming that we receive reports from the countryside. We have also even filled the proportional representation, but there was a problem administratively and legally because there was no statutory instrument that provided for that process. So now that it has come, we have also filed. We are hoping that there's going to be an extension of time to accommodate it for the delay and for dismissal.
People like the vice president who is not on the candidate list, where are you going to slot a person like this?
We are a presidential republic. And our campaign is going to be basically a presidential. Our focus is not even parliament, but even government. We have been in parliament for a long time. That's not our station of choice at the moment. Our station of choice is government. So you will see Mr. Beat in government. He's going to play a pivotal in the campaign that we are going to be waging very soon, because he's part of that government, and that is what we are offering to Zimbabwe. So yes, you will see that happening. I mean, parliament is going to be there. We already have people deployed there, but there are others who are beyond parliament. They are in government, and they must play that role in government. So you will see a strong team, you will see a formidable team, you will see the future of Zimbabwe, and it is here. It is represented. You can see it around.
The entrance of City to the presidential race, how do you see it?
It's not a factor. I just see one person, and that's our opposition. ZANU-PF is now split into many factions, and for the first time we are facing a factionalized ZANU-PF, a split ZANU-PF, a divided ZANU-PF. Now a divided opponent is a weak opponent, and we're excited. We are even more united ourselves. So yes, we know that there are others, either from Poland, from Mr. Mnangagwa, and others you are mentioning. So that's not a big issue for us.
On the issue of the fees, have you struggled at all?
It's a big issue. In fact, it's a scandal that Drake would get almost half a million, almost 600,000. From candidates. Candidates are offering themselves to save and lead, but you can't ask them to then pay for service, to pay for providing public service. It doesn't make sense. It's a scandal. It's illegal, it's criminal, it's un-African, and it's not progressive. But look, these are all tactics to try and make sure that they stop us. But guess what? Grace is abundant. The rest is ours. So no matter what they try to do, God is in it.
What currency did you use if you made the mask?
We use the common currency used by government.
How much did you pay?
We paid what is paid by Mr. Mnangagwa, and we paid.
How much?
We paid everything that is required. That's why we're successful nominated. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
The bosses, I went on Saturday to Zeki. Should have RTGS transfer. But I got to know you come on the day of the nomination court. So now they're now saying because your bank has got a limit, we want cash. And then I asked the presiding officer where I'll get the cash from. Because 138 million at black market rates will not give me 20,000 US dollars. And she also said she's also a victim of the system. So basically what I'm going to do, since they said they're waiting to find a remedy to my situation, is that if it does not go through, I would have to continue with my court application again, because I cannot be a victim of circumstance. I cannot be a victim of currency volatility. It is not my fault that there's inflation in this country, and I cannot be a victim of the disorganization in the economic sector in this country.
So you have not. So we can technically say you have not yet submitted the.
No, the process, you give them the papers. They verify the papers. After verification of the papers, that is when you can make the payment. So the only thing that is left, my papers have been accepted, is the payment. So they have adjourned for 30 minutes and we're going back at 17:30.
And you are saying you can't make the payment because of a bank limit?
Yes, they've said that they're looking for a remedy. If there's any other way that I can make the payment today, because they want the payment by midnight today.
But looking at the whole scenario, what's the source of the problem? Is it the huge amount or what?
The source of the problem, I think, it's our chaotic monetary policies, because I even tried to use my husband's account, but when my husband also called Net Bank, he was told that the limit per day is $5 million, and I have to pay $138 million. The limit at my bank, Stuart Bank, is $2.5 million a month. So the problem is with the banking sector. And I think also Minister Ziyambi didn't do due diligence when they were pegging these rates, because obviously there were people who were going to pay in local currency. So I'm being prejudiced to execute my constitutional right because of the chaotic monetary policies in this country.
You couldn't do external transfer through the bank.
I even asked to do an RTGS payment, but they said they want the payment today. So if I transfer RTGS, it will only reflect tomorrow. And they said I cannot do that. But they told me to wait for them to find a remedy and consult. That is what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dr. for ZCN.
Go ahead, pane flag, guys. Ah. Chokumbira. Yai watuda imi. Nee. Singa nipe iwe. Singa iyo. Ah, koi mi. Chotenga name.
Yes, I will submit our papers. So what we are waiting for now is 4 o'clock, so that we will know who will be contesting with. But all our papers are in order. We are ready for the elections, and we just wait to find out who the other contestants are.
So some potential candidates are saying the 20,000 is too much for them as potential candidates. What do you make it as a government?
But if you want to be entrusted with the affairs of a country and to cry over 20,000, surely you are not serious. Rights and responsibilities go hand in hand.
The Zimbabwe Coalition for Peace and Development, ZCPD. We have been in the nomination court. It has been confirmed that our nomination was duly accepted. So I will be running for President of Zimbabwe, representing ZCPD. Thank you.
So in terms of other seats like for parliament and council, are you with your party putting in?
Yes, our people are busy right around the country. Today is nomination day. They are busy filing their papers. We had filed our papers for president on Saturday, but we were awaiting confirmation today, and it has been confirmed that our nomination is duly accepted. So Trust Shkora will be running for president of Zimbabwe, representing ZCPD. Hashtag Team Trust.
Okay, so how easy was it to find the 20,000 nomination?
We are grateful to those Zimbabweans that support our vision for a Zimbabwe that can move forward. A Zimbabwe where everybody can come together to build our country. A Zimbabwe devoid of the current polarization that we have. And those Zimbabweans have come through for us, and we are grateful for their support.
And so far, how is your campaigning, and do you think it's a level playing field?
So far, it's okay. But we are moving forward now. Now the race really begins now. Thank you.
And your prospects?
We are very hopeful. We think that we are the ones that have a viable solution. This two-way that we have been going with has been a zero-sum game for more than 20 years. It's not going to yield anything. We are saying, let us come together and work together. You don't have to be this or that. There is space for all of us. And that is the vehicle that we are creating for everybody to come and work together for Zimbabwe.
Are you going to have representation in 210 constituencies?
Our people are busy filing nominations. We will see what the result is at the end of the day. But we are glad that the big one, the presidential nomination, is done.
So which other political parties are in this coalition?
So far, there are 6 political parties. There's my party, CORD. There's Reverend Shikanga, our Secretary General, party, Rebuild Zimbabwe party. Our Vice President, Mrs. Lucia Matibenga of PDP, their party is in. We have our Treasurer General, Mr. Peter Gava from UDPP. We have our organizing secretary, Pastor Philip Mugadza with UDM. And last but not least, we have our information and publicity secretary, Innocent Netanyahu from Straight Black Pride Zimbabwe Partnership, which used to be called ZIP. But there are some more that will be working with us. We have a lot of pending applications, and after today, a lot more will come to work with us. We even have civil society organizations, we have residents associations, we have even individuals. We have people with their churches, pastors, who are going to work with us. Some of them will be candidates. Our organization is for everybody. It's not about the politicians, it's not about the parties. It is about the people of Zimbabwe being able to reclaim their country and harnessing all that energy for the benefit of all. It doesn't matter, even those that are even in these parties that have been around for longer, they are also welcome to work with us. We are putting it on record. Even if we win, we will go for an inclusive government. This country, where we are right now, requires an inclusive government to move forward. No single party, it doesn't matter who it is, even the current ruling party, even the others who think they can go it alone, no single party will be able to move this country forward. We need an inclusive government, and we are setting it on record up front. That's what we need. And I think that resonates with what the people need, and the people will come through for us. Thank you.
Here, I think the president, Advocate Chamisa, and Chikora. Those are the other three names that were announced at the opening. They are now receiving other nominations. We are now gearing to go. We will be fighting in very vigorous campaign. We were unable, like I said earlier on, to field the candidates all over in terms of national elections, the constituencies. But we will start our campaign in earnest after the end of the day.
All the best.
Yeah, I mean, we should win an election. I think there's no reason why we go out. It's not like the last election. When I participated in the 2018 elections, I made it clear that that was the start. We're testing the waters. This time we are in the election, in full, and Zimbabwe is a choice. A leader that can take them out of the economic mess. I'm standing as the NCA. I'm standing for the NCA, so my party